Hello. We are here. Don't worry, I'm turning it up. I'm turning it up. We're getting it dialed in. Happy Saturday, friends. Welcome. It's the weekend. We made it. How's everyone doing? Kimmers, it's good to see you. Thanks for being first, as always. Hi, Valk. Good morning. Well, now it's afternoon. Hi, Scooter. Hello, Michael. Welcome back. We got Samo with us. Dusty. Dust first. Oh, wait a second. Well, you're one of the first. Let's say top 10. Top 10. Hello, yet it is. Happy Saturday. We're chilling. I had such a good sleep. I think I got up around I can't remember whether it was 6:30 or 7:30. I'm pretty sure it was 7:30. Yeah. And then I said I was gonna go back to bed and sleep in. I was like, we're not going anywhere this morning. It's lately in the mornings we've been doing stuff. And then I just stayed up. I had a really nice quiet morning. It was wonderful. I watched some YouTubes. I'm getting ready for the new year.
Right? See how nice that is?
Yeah, getting ready for 2024. Been watching this girl. She's been doing 3 YouTube videos of how to get ready for the next year. It's awesome. Yeah, Samo just finished his breakfast. And that's where we're at, friends. Excited to cook some awesome food right off the bat. Let's say this stream is dedicated to Katniss Ross. I hope that she comes in at some point today. She saved up 50,000 pots and pans points just watching the stream. Didn't cost her anything monetarily. And she asked if we could make this delicious menu for the day. And I so love that because it helps me when I'm planning the streams on the weekends. It's just really easy for me to pick something off of the menu redemption list and be like, we're gonna make this week. I'm very excited. Got up, took a long walk. Nice. Yeah, we went for a walk last night after stream. It was good. It was around 5:30, I think. Everyone was driving home from work and we're just walking along. It's cold out, Dust, but it's nice. That's good. Yeah, it's another really warm day here today. The fact that we can still see green grass. I could see it from here in the kitchen. There's grass still in the park. This is weird. This is weird, chat. Christmas is not very far away. Let's say that. Okay, let us see if this menu command works for today. Oof. Oh, baby, it's gonna be a good day. Same with the recipe. Okay, there's only one recipe linked because Katniss generously typed up her family's meatloaf recipe, which is what we're cooking today. So that's in Discord. So you'll just have to go into the top right, the search, and search meatloaf, and then you'll see it. So I will have to reference that as well today. But the gist of it is cheese and spinach stuffed meatloaf. You if you've ever seen a jelly roll cake, that's how we're gonna make it today. So you flatten out the meatloaf and then you put a layer of the cheese and spinach and you roll it up. So there's layers of it and then you put it into the meatloaf pan and bake it like that. So that should be really cool. I've never done a meatloaf in this way. And she said just to serve it with a side of gravy. She usually does turkey gravy. I think we'll just do a simple beef gravy. Oh, and we are grinding our own meat for it today. I dug out the meat grinder. It has been so long since we used it, but we got this really nice piece of beef on sale.
You should have seen the cobwebs on that.
There wasn't. But yeah, we got a nice piece of beef on sale, so we're gonna grind it up today. I'm so excited. I do like to grind all of my meats up myself rather than buying it from the store. And then for Samo, we're gonna do egg noodles, and then for myself, just some simple boiled potatoes on the side because there's gonna be sauces and stuff, right? And you don't really need to do a vegetable with this because the spinach is in the meatloaf. You're good to go. But if you wanted to, go right ahead. And then for dessert, she said apple crisp, please, with a mixture of tart and sweet apples, and they have to be peeled. I said A-okay. And she did suggest a vanilla ice cream with it, but we didn't get any. and that is okay too. You can have it with ice cream, custard, just like cream drizzled on top. I'm not complaining either. Like, this weather has been so easy for a winter, right? Like, I'm not used to this. You don't have to bundle up in 5,000 layers. It's easy to drive around because the roads aren't crappy. Yeah, I'm not complaining, but at the same time, it's like, you know, in the back of your head that global warming is real, right? Okay, so I'm gonna make a little prep list and then away we go. Anyone in chat right now ever used a meat grinder before? Or maybe even seen one being used? You can even say, yeah, you have if you've seen me use mine before. But that's kind of the first thing that we have to take care of today is the meat grinder. So it's really important. I know a lot of people don't grind their own meats, and this is something we're taught in culinary school, so I'm quite familiar with it and not scared. But we want everything to be as cold as possible, like near frozen, let's say. Like this meat grinder, all the metal pieces are gonna be frozen. And then after this, I think we'll get into like cubing up the meat for the grinder. And then we'll get that chilling as well in the freezer. And you'll just get a nicer grind if you do that. Sorry, I didn't show you. I know it's been a while since we used this. So this is like the feed tray that goes in the top, and then you just use the plunger if you need to punch the meat down into it. Torino! Onesie there most of the day. So yeah, global warming conspiracy theories. It's so true, dude. And good to see you. You've seen mine, Dusty, but that's it. You've never used one. Ice cream and whipped cream and a cherry on top with chocolate syrup. That's like a dessert by itself. You just made sausage the other day, Scoots? What kind of sausage? That's actually so amazing. Okay, let me give you double view so we can like rummage through here together. I got my keyboard because I might have been typing a bit. Okay, so this is what's in my box, and this attaches to my stand mixer. So that is what this is. Last time you used a grinder was back when you lived in Portage. Oh, nice, and you had to like process half a deer. Okay, so this is the main piece that we need. All metal. That's how it looks. This goes inside. It's like the auger, I always say. Like that. And then we have to get the blade, which I just keep in these bags. So this is the blade, and I know that it always has to be up where the ridges are on it, facing up. And then as far as like the die for the grind, I'm not gonna go too crazy fine. I'm definitely gonna go like a mid grind. We don't want to go too coarse because then it's like very chewy, and we don't want to go too fine because then it honestly goes like pasty. So I like to go middle of the road, and then this just goes on top later when we set it up. So I just like put it into the freezer like this so all of the pieces don't go everywhere, and that is it. So I would say like minimum 1 hour in the freezer. And same with the meat before you plan to grind it. Hello, Bunk. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Welcome. Portage La Prairie. Ugh, yeah, pasty meats like the cheap kielbasa at the store. Nay, nay. Scooter, I just had that the other day, though. Okay, meat. So grinder, chill. Let's write. And then next up, we will cube and also chill. You're doing good? Thanks. Yeah, I'm feeling like very refreshed today. I don't know what it is. I had a good sleep and a good morning and like some good stretches and stuff. All of the boys were sleeping. Google how to say it. Wait, it's not portage?
burglar.
If it's not portage, then what was I taught in school?
Watch out for the burglar.
Hello? It's Santa. They didn't even see you. Lucky. Welcome. Portage. Portage? What is wrong with you people? It's portage. Wait, you don't say it like you're hauling a canoe between lakes, but that's literally the word. I'm looking it up. This is what you've done to me. Boys are on my side in the background here. How many bags did you buy? Portage. It's like porridge. Hi, Trekker. Good to see you. Same with FCB. Wayne's got Gucci bags? Portage? That's how they say it? Are you joking me? Portage. Is that how you say it? Portage. I love making Torino mad. Okay, there's literally an article, how to pronounce portage the prairie. Yeah.
Portage La Prairie.
Portage? Who says it like that? 11:11. Thanks, Greek. I mean, it's 12:11 here. But hey, hi. I'm not the first streamer to get your goat today. I'm honored. We have a standoff. This is my favorite part of streaming. Are we referring to the word? That's what I assumed. But we are referring to a place, Bonk, which I just learned. So portage is the word. Taking a boat from one body of water to another overland. But Portage La Prairie is an area. Maybe one day I'll be able to go there, but first I should learn how to say it. Get a beating. Okay, so back to our list here. We learned something new today. Hey, cross it off. Your day is complete. It is different then. I'm Canadian. I didn't even know that. Am I really Canadian then? Now we really gotta wonder. Okay, so meat, the grinder's in the freezer. It's chilling. 1 hour. I don't even have a timer on. Let me get my watch. I'll set the 1 hour just so we have like a reference. Just in case we get carried away today. You never know. What? Try saying Pukataw again. Phuket again? He's done. Unsubscribe, unfollow. Hello, Torino? Okay, so 1 hour timer on the clock for the meat grinder. That is very important. Just like one of the most important parts of the day. Then we'll cube and chill the meat next so it's ready to go as well. And then, what do we want to do after that? I guess we can prepare the spinach for the stuffing of the meatloaf. We just have to cook it with some garlic and salt and pepper. And we're doing that so we take a lot of the moisture out of the spinach so it doesn't make the meatloaf watery, because that'd be gross. Seasoning for the meats. What does Katniss say? Oh yeah, so I picked up something special for this. Let me go get it. I feel very nostalgic when I bought this. And also, this is expensive. What the heck? This used to be like $1. This goes in it. Just wait. I get to make more people mad today when I say Pinor. Okay, so we're putting onion soup mix in the meatloaf. And like, I'm pretty sure she said a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, some egg. I'm not gonna put breadcrumbs just so I don't die. It used to be so inexpensive. I don't even want to tell you what I paid for those 2 packets. Like you used to say, knife? Exactly. Knife. We only say these things to honestly be annoying. That's about it. Okay, so spinach, cook, and then that's about it. Do we need to let it cool? A little bit. Always good to not put like warm things into meat. Yeah, good suggestion. Okay, after that, we have to crumble our feta. I was wondering if we should do a mixture of cheeses today. Because feta doesn't really have a melting sort of aspect to it. So do we want like a stringy and feta sort of cheese in there? Because we can do a little bit of Havarti too. Yeah, exactly. It's Knorr, okay? Thanks, Greek. Okay, so our cheeses. I'm so excited to make this today. It's gonna be fun. You guys are gonna be like, what the heck? She said pepper jack is also good in the meatloaf for like a little bit of spicy kick if you want that. And then I suppose next we will grind the meat. And assemble. This sounds so funny when I say it. Assemble the loaf. This recipe is in Discord, typed up from Katniss. The only one I have linked today is for the apple crisp. So assemble the loaf, and then maybe we'll like cut off a little bit of trim from the beef just so we can make a small amount of gravy on the side. So we need gravy, and then our egg noodles for Sambo. Potato for me. So many pots. You got both of them for dinner this week? Beautiful, Scooter. And then what else? Just our crumble after that?
I can just have
I can make egg noodles. It's supposed to be with egg noodles. Okay, and then our crumble. Which really, after we dice up the meat and put it in the freezer now, I think we're gonna work on our crumble first. Get it in the oven, and then everything else can fall in line after that. That sounds like a wonderful plan, indeed. Let's get ready to go.
Let's get ready to crumble.
Hopefully everyone is also having a lovely day. Okay, so our meat. Let's get it out. We bought a bottom blade pot roast that was on sale from Costco this week. What was it? $8 off? $6 off? This was $6 off, so it was only $22 for all of this meat, and I loved how marbled it was. I was originally just gonna like cook this into a pot roast this week, but we ended up not using it or needing it, so I saved it for today. I just froze it and then took it out yesterday.
The lamb.
Oh, the lamb was $8 off, yes. Scaramouche, thank you for the 103 babies. Yeah, don't tell Annie. We don't want to fall apart. So yeah, what is the price on this? $19.99 a kilo typically. But it was $6 off. Okay, so let me go get a cutting board. Probably just my boning knife will be okay because it's not a massive piece of meat. And we'll get this trimmed up for the meat grinder. It looks good. I looked it up because I haven't used like many blade pot roasts. And they said it's from the same cut as the chuck. Just from lower down in the shoulder. So I was like, ooh, well I love like beef chuck. So this is definitely gonna be good. And yeah, it's a Canada AAA, so I really like couldn't complain for the quality versus price point on it. And then yeah, like I said, maybe we will trim off if there's any connective tissue bits. I'm just gonna put it in a small pot so that we can make a bit of gravy from it. Quick little beef broth on the side. It looks like liberal food. What does that even mean? Wrong place to like try and say that stuff. It's not gonna go far. Carrots, onion, ginger, garlic for what? If we did the pot roast, Greek? Okay. So you can see there's like some connective bits. This mostly just looks like fat, which is totally okay to leave in there, but sometimes around the outside of the roast, you will see some sinew, I guess, or silver skin it's also called, and I will take that off. Like, a lot of people think that you can stick whatever you want in the meat grinder and like it'll all just get broken down. It doesn't work like that at all. So you're just gonna break down that cartilage into smaller chewy bits and distribute it more throughout the piece of meat. So there's no point in doing that. Just trim it off, and then like I'm doing, you can make like a sauce or a broth from it to use somewhere else. It's too early to be talking about liberal food. I didn't know food had politics inside of it, but that's fine. And there's Feta today. Yeah, Misha's so mad at me too because she's not here in stream. Okay, what else? The rest of this looks pretty good. Maybe a bit here on the end. It feels really tender too. I'm excited. That's also why it's important to chill this meat before we grind it, because it is like so nice and soft right now. You're gonna get like a mush grind if you tried to just put this through. So when we firm it up, you get a better grind. Nice clean cuts. I'm just gonna cut this in half because it is separated here, just to explore, see what's going on. Sometimes there's some sinew on the inside like this. How did I know? I don't know. Magic. Do I know J. Kenji Lopez Alt? I do. I really enjoy his food blog. Okay, this too. Magic. It's magical. This piece right here is literally chuck, Sam. Like, that's literally a chuck flat. If you've ever wanted to know how delicious chuck is, it's my favorite cut of beef. Like, that is definitely chuck. Yeah, right? Like that, oh my gosh. It's seriously my favorite cut of meat now, Chuck. So we're just gonna cut this into 1 to 2 inch cubes, because that's what feeds through the grinder the best. But yeah, look at that, even when we slice it crosswise, all the way through. And what did we learn yesterday on stream? Fat equals flavor. Don't be scared of fat. It'll cook out. It'll render out. You're not gonna end up with all the fat that you had at the beginning. Also, fat is good for you. Helps your joints and stuff move properly. Keeps it all lubricated. You're taking it back, Greek. It's marbled. He takes it back, all the things he said. Looks very nice, almost too good to get ground. Almost is the key word, I think. Just gonna cut this into 3. I think the kids are having a WWE special today upstairs. Look at that. It's just like falling apart as I cut it. You can hear that? I was hoping the microphone would cut it out. Yeah, that's what you're hearing, Bonk. Katniss is here! Katniss! This stream is for you. So good to see you. Yeah, that's two little kids that live above us. They're honestly just crazy. That's the nicest thing I can say. They're just crazy. This is like kind of stringy, so I'm gonna cut it out of there. Put it in the broth pot. Nothing's going to waste today.
Broth pot.
And Bob's here. I almost missed it. Hi, Bob. I'm trying to leave all of it on. Actually, what if I just take this out? That gross part of the meat tray. The pad. Just put it back in here for the freezer. Because I'm like running out of space. Yeah, there's lean meat. There's good marbling. I think it's gonna make the meatloaf taste so good. Like, you don't realize how much of a difference it makes until you grind your own meat or have someone do it for you. Holy, the texture difference. And let's not even get started about how many animals are included in packs of ground meat at this store. It's like hundreds. I don't know what's happening here. It's kind of connective bits, so I'm just gonna kind of clean this whole part out of there. That's okay. Katniss, we're doing our own ground beef for the meatloaf today, if you're wondering what's happening. That's all good stuff on this side, but this is all connective tissue that we want to take off. What can you make with leftover cooked roast beef? Nachos. Oh, nice. Bonk says tacos. Nachos. You can make like a hot beef sandwich is always really yummy for lunch. A poutine.
Tacos.
Yeah, Bonk said tacos.
Pizza.
Pizza, exactly. Good one, Samo. Even just like a cold roast beef sandwich or like a steak salad. There's so many options. Trekkert makes barbecue sandwiches. Why is there a texture difference between the supermarket ground beef versus home ground? I would say because of like the cuts, firstly, that they're using in the ground beef. Because like different cuts of beef are like more firm and some are softer. But then it also has to do with like if they are chilling all of their stuff properly. Because that's why I was saying like you're gonna run into like really weird textures if you don't chill your grinding equipment enough. And then if they use a really fine die to grind it, like really, really small. So the finer you go, kind of the more pasty you're gonna get. Just gonna trim a little bit of this off the corner here where it's really thick. So that's why that is. And then they're probably also like throwing in some weird offcuts from the butcher shop at the store. And that could even like bring some pasty textures into the mix.
So for instance, if you wanted to, you could eat this.
Yeah.
You're doing all the cutting, you're doing all the cleaning, you're doing all the grinding yourself. Best is to have it.
You could. Like, I don't know if I would. This one, I would probably want like a even bigger piece of meat to cut from. But yes, when you grind your own meat like this, you can cook it a little bit less because there's less risk of contamination with just you doing this processing. versus what happens at a supermarket. You don't really know, do you? Hey, that is that. You have about 2 pounds left to use up, Scoots? Nice. Those leftovers are honestly the best. I know what my mom would always do, because she'd always get, like, the prime rib with the bone on. She'd always make beef and barley soup. And that would be my favorite. Ooh, beef pot pie, yes. Also a good thing to do with turkey leftovers. How do you plate a pot pie? Oh, God. Just washing up. Spray the cutting board down with some bleachy bleach. And nice, we got some like really good trim. Like honestly perfect amount. You can just brown it up in the pot and start a broth on the stove so we can make a bit of gravy. Like we'll probably have to add some concentrate to the gravy for flavor, but a little bit of something is better than nothing. That's what we got. Like a cup and a half worth of trim. Okay, so this is going right in the freezer. Boom, blast chiller. Complete. Ooh, beef red pozole. Getting us started on pozole again. Okay, meat, Cuban chill, grinders chillin'. Next up, let's quickly get this pot going on the stovetop. Yeah, I have it set up. I'm ready. Let's go on this small burner in the front. We don't need to bung up the big one. Go like medium-high heat. Just grab a little spoon so we can stir it. Yeah, we'll brown that and then add some water to it and then let it cook down. When the burners just honestly smoke. I hate coil electric burners, chat. It's the worst. You've got a recipe for red pozole from your aunt? Same aunt that this meatloaf recipe is from? I bet you it's money too then, hey? Okay, while I'm waiting for that to brown, I'm not gonna add any fat to the pot because there should be enough on the trim there. Dun, dun, dun. Just gonna get this crumble recipe for myself. Blondie, how's your weekend so far? Classic apple crisp recipe from Sally's Baking Addiction. Whoop whoop! Katniss, don't hate us. We didn't get vanilla ice cream for the crumble today. I hope you will still love us. Yeah, that's gonna take a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna get some apples and stuff out while we wait. Boom. We need apples, brown sugar, flour, vanilla, some spices. You forgive me? Thank you. It says 8 apples. And then Katniss also specified that she liked a mix of tart and also sweet apples in the crisp. So I actually have a couple different varieties of apples that we can use for this today. We have 3 actually. I'm crazy. We got Granny Smith. We got these Royal Galas, which are honestly kind of old, so we'll see how they look when we cut them open. Granny Smith russet apples. Wait. Potatoes. Potato. Okay, that's going. And then I gotta dig to the back because I stored some in a funny spot. The fridge was really full when I got groceries this week. Come to me. Move over, parsnips. They honestly are not moving over. Okay, clear. We're safe. Don't worry. This beef is doing stuff. Yeah, you always do need a variety, it's true. But I found these really yummy looking apples called Salish apples from BC. They look so good. They looked almost fake, let's say. So is that 8? 2, 4, 6, 8. That should do it. We're also using apples tomorrow on stream. I'm just gonna stir this. Remember, when we brown things is when we create flavor, so that's why we're taking the time to do this now. Things are happening. No. This beef is just the trim, Katniss. And we are gonna turn it into the gravy today. The other beef is in the freezer. But this is just like the connective tissue and stuff that we trimmed off of the blade roast. No. And like, if we wanted some aromatics, we can add it. I might add an onion into there. The sinew, yeah. Just because I have extra onions to use up. And onions actually add like some nice sweetness to broths. So let's do that really quick. Why not? I'll cut the apples just on the plastic cutting board so they don't get any savory flavors. Onions added. Why not? You can do it. You can also add like herbs into there while it simmers. But yeah, there's no, like, other than the onion soup mix, there's not really any onion in the meatloaf. Which I'm actually okay with as well, because I don't like onion-heavy meatloafs, and I know Sam would never eat that either.
Nope.
We're still ruined from the one Ina Garden recipe.
Yep.
Ugh. Ugh. Way too much onion in the meatloaf. Okay, things are happening. We'll pop that onion in there in a moment. You can leave it really chunky. Yeah, light herbs, this is true. You don't want to overpower the gravy with just like rosemary flavor. Yeah, one whole onion. Gone. Straight flavor. Would you like some meat with your onion loaf? Yes. Where was the meat?
Wait, it's in the right side cupboard.
Right side cupboard? What the heck are we doing? Right side cupboard? What are you looking for?
Toilet paper? No, it's lots of them.
I have tarragon in here. In the house. Maybe add some of it. Ah! Oh my gosh! Christen the floor with the onions. I'm still not adding any extra fat. Let me get a cutting board for the apples. Start peeling and washing them, I suppose. Well, I guess we don't have to wash them if we're gonna peel the apples. That's easy. What does right side covered? Oh, he meant the cupboard. He was talking to roommate. Where's the beef? Boy! Yeah. Honestly, actually smelling really good in the pot. The onions are getting a bit brown. We'll let it go for like a moment or two more, and then we can add our water. But that's making me excited. Okay, just grabbing the veggie peeler. Yeah, it's smelling so beefy over here. Holy. Just go into the living room. Insane. Add some water stock. I'll start with water and then we can dial it in a little bit later once it marries up the flavors in here. Yes, that smells unreal. Okay, I have thyme, a little bit of rosemary and tarragon. Tarragon. Thyme. This is all I'm adding for rosemary. 1 and 2. You love tarragon? Me too. I love it with mushrooms so much. Yeah, Samo? He says, okay, that looks dark enough for me. We don't want to burn it. But we built up so much flavor on the bottom of the pot. So I'm just gonna go to the sink really quick. Listen to this. I steamed it up. Did you guys see that steam puff? Look at how dark the water already is. Hell yeah. So then we'll bring that to a simmer and let it cook for at least an hour. I'm gonna let it go like all stream basically. It honestly smells so good and looks delicious already. Yeah, first part done. One of the hardest parts too. That was fun. The fun. So I'll just keep my eye on that. Yeah, rosemary only gets a little attention. So these are our apples. So we have Granny Smith. These ones that are kind of wrinkled and old looking. Yeah, they are. They're galas, Royal Gala. And then these are a new variety that I saw called Salish, which is like an area in BC where we used to live. So we're going to peel that, core them, dice them. So let's get a bowl where we can mix this up in. And I just need to see how big of a crumble this makes, whether it's like a square pan or a rectangular pan. A 9 by 13. So it's a rectangular baking pan. You despise the peel on an apple dish? Hey, if that's what you want, Katniss, that's what we will do. Make room for my bowl. What does she say though? We want about like 10 cups of apples to use. That seems pretty accurate, I would say. And we don't want to take our time doing this part because the apples might turn brown. Okay, and let me also say this. If there's like a little bit of peel on some of the pieces, it's okay. But we will try our best to get most of it off. Yeah, I'm cooking. Yes, lemon juice will prevent the apple from browning. I do have some lemon that I can squeeze over. Does Sally use it in the recipe? It doesn't look like it. But oftentimes I will put the lemon on anyways, just for like a little extra tartness is really good. Yeah, lemon juice and water. Pop the apples in there. No problem. What, you're peeling them?
Yeah.
This stream is appealing, Ruru says. Hi, Ruru. Okay, Samuel's helping us peel. I don't know. Okay. I'll go get some other ingredients then.
Well, you can start chopping.
Oh, I'll start chopping them, he says. Okay.
No, I'm just helping.
He's helping. What? This is the greatest. So this is how I core the apple. Samuel's beast mode. He's here with us. We always forget. Hi, this is my sous chef. Omdog. Sam. Samo. Sambo. Sammy. Can dehydrate the apple peels and use them in a tea? I love that suggestion. Okay, so we pretend like we're cutting on each side of the core. We just imagine where it is. What, you can't see through apples? I can. Is he real life? I believe so. Sometimes I wonder, though. Ah! It was real, I think.
You think?
Sometimes they're hard to peel, right? Okay, I need to try this Salish apple. Are they grown by the Salish Sea? Whoa. It's so sweet. Mmm. Wayne needs to try the Salish apple. It was grown by the Salish Sea. I've never had that variety before. It's very apple-y of an apple. The sea grows the apples, it must. There's also a breed of dog from that area called the Salish Woolly Dog that does not exist anymore. It became extinct when that area was colonized. R.I.P. I was cutting an unpeeled apple? Oh my gosh, I did. I guess we won't use that one. I got excited.
I was like, where'd the other apple go?
Where'd the other side of it go? Good thing there's extras. Wait, where's the other piece if there's only 3? Where's the other side of it? Oh, there. Oh, he's peeling it. He's peeling it anyways. He's professional. Good thing we got sous chefs. But yeah, not recommended to peel your apples after you cut them. No. No. Phew. Imagine if he wasn't here. Guys, sometimes I get carried away. What can I say? Okay, so does she give us like a size to cut these? 8 medium peeled apples cut into 1-inch chunks that are 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. That sounds kind of crazy. Just checking on her stuff back here. It's really simmering. I'm just gonna turn down the pot. Okay, so this is like basically 1 inch all these pieces already. And then she says like 1/2 inch thick. So I usually line them up like this. Nice work. Thank you.
Welcome.
And then you just go across like this.
Came in to help out.
Chunks. Chunk it. Everyone say thanks, Samo.
No, just you. It's okay. I got you always.
Thanks, Samo.
That's what I do.
This is chunky. I like it. What else do you need? There's a kung pao.
Oh,
It's just under and behind.
under him.
Or if you want ribs, that's up on the top shelf. Ribs? Did somebody say ribs? Sometimes I don't know what's better, an apple crumble or an apple pie. And then we could also take it a step further and make an apple crumble pie.
Apple crumble pie.
Were you watching the movie, Greek? Or I also heard... what's this peel doing there? I also heard there's a show? A Julia Child show? I'm gonna see if I can find it for a download. But yeah, this is definitely gonna make a big old pan of crumble. And I'm okay with that. The crumble can be something that you eat for breakfast.
Lunch or dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Samo says. I think the show is like modern. The show is new Greek. Like apple crisp, because there's no crust, but you do like Dutch apple pies, right? With the crumble topping. That's one of my favorites to make. I don't know why. But people would go nuts when I would make it. And like seriously, you can eat this for breakfast. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I need to trim some of this core. But yeah, Julia, or is it Julie and Julia? It is a great movie. It's like one of the last DVDs I ever bought. Back to the DVD chat, just like yesterday on stream. DVD? Yeah, it's basically just apple oatmeal with a little brown sugar sprinkled on it. There you go. Breakfast. Nice. You gotta show chat what you made. It looks awesome. Samo made a snack. He's got a hunger on. Look what he made.
Bam.
Look, good thing we had all the leftovers from yesterday.
Yeah.
See, you prep the Caesar salad, you eat the Caesar salad. You have an apple pie in the kitchen right now that you'll be snacking on in a second. Lucky. We gotta wait on ours. With bacon bits in it too, Bonk. Yup. We did it.
No credits, though.
No cretins, nope. What is it, Greek? It's Caesar salad.
Or like we like to call it at work, gluten-free Caesar salad.
Yeah, it's a gluten-free Caesar salad. Sans cretins. And then instead of Parmesan, we used the aged Gouda to see how it was, and it was actually so good. Hi, Cookie. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Croutons are the worst part of this salad. That's so funny you say that. So, like, sometimes at work when we were up at camp, like we always tried to have Caesar salads, but we wouldn't always get the proper groceries in for it. So there'd be times where like we go to make a Caesar salad and like there's no Parmesan cheese. So it's just like lettuce, bacon, and croutons. Or like we go to make it and there's no croutons, right? So it's just lettuce, cheese, and bacon. Literally any way we made it, if it was missing an ingredient, people would still eat it. Even if it was just lettuce and Parmesan cheese, they're just like, yeah, Caesar salad. We're just like, anything goes. Because like if you do have a good Caesar dressing, a lot of the ingredients are already in the dressing. Just throwing the apple peels out. Samo had them in the sink for a sec. Okay, let's add some things to these apples now that they're chopped. What do we need? They always slice up your gums. Yeah, the croutons, if they're not made right. I find a lot of people don't make the croutons right from the start. And then, yeah, they're rock hard. They cut your mouth when you eat them. It's all about drying them out properly. Okay, so now I'm gonna go get some dry goods. Need brown sugar, some flour. I'm gonna use flour in the dessert today. I think it'll be okay. Stomach's been all right lately, so I'm not too worried about it. And it's not very much flour either for what we are making. So yeah, brown sugar, flour, vanilla, and then we need ground cinnamon and nutmeg and a bit of salt. You can use an alternative flour. I don't think I want to. I don't want the texture to go weird. And yeah, like I said, my digestive system has been okay. Turning down this fan, it's loud. Get the spices. So this part is definitely similar to making an apple pie. Definitely similar. There's our spices. I had to get a new bag of cinnamon this week. Always a good feeling. The Captain Crunch croutons. Don't say that. They might actually make that into a reality. So half a cup of brown sugar. Half a cup. What the heck? That's not cleaned. The dishwasher let me down. Let me just go grab another measuring cup. It did? That's funny. Hello, dishwasher? So there's not very much sugar in here. That's awesome. Hi, Mom. How are you? I'm glad you got your Twitch figured out. Chat, my mom, I guess, was like trying to talk to us last week on stream, but I think her Twitch app was like weird. So she was like chatting, but I never saw any messages. Which is kind of hilarious at the same time. It's like, I'm not ignoring you. Scaramouche! Thank you. Gifting a sub to my mom. You've gifted a total of 11 subs to the channel. Thank you very much for your contributions. Wait, usually it says how long they've been subbed for. Of course she has to be part of the kitchen crew, though. Good, going for a walk, warm and not raining. That sounds beautiful. It's also warm and not snowing. I hope you have a wonderful walk. Okay, flour. A quarter cup of flour. And we just sprinkle that over. And that's just what makes the crumble not watery when it bakes. Just gives it a little bit more saucy texture at the end. It's cold and rainy in Alabama today. And yeah, no ads for mom now. Yep, coming for a brown Christmas. So far it's looking like it, honestly. Leave this here because I think we need the flour for the oat topping as well. So now our spices. Oh, and I forgot the vanilla. So a teaspoon of cinnamon and half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Because nutmeg is quite strong. Holy Greek. Plus 10 there. Plus 10 Celsius. Well, I guess we're not far off, honestly. Which is even worse. Okay, I have a little bit, I think, of cinnamon left over here. So I was using it in my coffees for a bit. Look at this old bag versus the new one. It's seen some stuff. Is there a teaspoon in there? It's like close. But I think we'll still have to use a bit more. Looks like we got about a half teaspoon from that. LibTech Snow? Thank you for that follow. Welcome. Welcome in. I'm very particular of how I open my resealable bags. I always like cut them with scissors so the edge is really nice. Okay, this is gonna be a yummy cinnamony mix here. Yeah, this winter is so dry, it's crazy. Okay, just a sprinkle of salt. And then the vanilla. And then we can mix this up, pop it in the baking pan, and then we'll work on the topping. And then get it into the oven. Vanilla. Yep, I remember that weather, Greek. Definitely remember that weather. Okay, so much of the liquid already, I just want to show you. This is like cooked down a lot already, so I'm just going to top it up a bit more. And turn down the pot a bit. Okay, our crumble pan. Crumbling. Let's give this a stir. That's really not a lot of sugar, and I like it. Not gonna be too sweet. Whoa! I love it. Thank you, Kathy, for donating to our weekly stream groceries. $4.20, baby. I appreciate you. We got a 5 times combo. I think it's almost mixed. It's really important that the flour is not lumpy in this mixture, because then you'll get floury lumps in the end as well. And that doesn't sound very good. Now we pour this in. I know it looks kind of dry right now, but just wait. That is so much apples too. I'm excited. What are you doing?
420.
Hi, this is my husband.
You missed me off. Oh.
Watch out. 420 Samo. Okay, I could have probably reused that bowl for the crumble, but oh well. Oh, Schwells. Oh, Wellings. They're tasty apples, hey? Good mixture. Yeah, quality control, thank you.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
Okay, what do we got? What do we got? We need flour, more, brown sugar. We got it. Cinnamon, it's here. Butter's in the fridge. We need some rolled oats. And I did buy a different version of rolled oats the other day. Because that was interesting. So I've been like buying a more expensive version of oats that's organic and like glyphosate free, but then I couldn't find it at the store the 1 week, so I just bought like a cheap version of rolled oats that wasn't organic or anything, and my body will literally not digest it. It's crazy. But like these ones, the sprouted organic oats, no problem. So I think I'll just turn those other oats into like oat flour or something that I don't eat all the time, but that was weird. I kind of knew it was gonna do that, honestly. But yeah, those pesticides definitely are not good for us. But this is such a good brand of oats because I'll eat like a 1/3 cup just raw like this in my yogurt bowls every morning. Put them outside for the birdlies. Ooh, I wish I had a backyard where I could do that. But all I would get is pigeons or something. And that's like the worst type of bird that I want to be feeding in this city. Okay, so it's... I was going to say equal parts, but there's more oats than flour in this, so that's good for me. Just get a bowl. Do we melt the butter for this? She uses cold butter. Pigeons? Yeah, good eating. Just move this out of the way for a sec. Okay, so 3/4 of a cup of flour. And then 1 entire cup of oats. Yeah, it should be -20 for us. Like, so weird, this weather. I always keep a 1 cup measure in my flour. It's just handy. That's done. That'll happen, Dust. Isn't it the best feeling ever? When the birds just get used to you. They don't get scared. You're the bird keeper now. That's how the oats look. And these oats I find are like so like meaty and chewy. I love them. And then this also has the barcode scan on it. Like that. So you can see where they were grown too. I love that. Yes, yeah. What? I think I follow her. I don't really do TikTok, but on Instagram, is her name like Bird Lady something? Bird Lady Drin with the hummingbirds. So cute. That's why you like the steel cut over rolled oats for your oatmeal bonk? Why is that? Okay, I need more sugar. I got rid of the half cup measure already. I want to do that one day, Katniss. Do that bird thing and see what happens. More chewy texture with the steel cut. Yeah. I remember being like so weird about steel cut oats. And then the last restaurant that I was working at, my chef went like on an oatmeal kick for like a month straight. And so he'd always make us oatmeal in the morning with steel cut oats. And like berries and stuff. And that was like the first time I ever ate them. I was like, yo, these actually are really good if you make them right. Actually really good. What? The eggs you buy have a link to a live video of the chickens on the farm that they were harvested from. That makes me so happy, Cookie. That just made my day. Tis the season for gay cardinal awareness. The bright red cardinals are the males. All the cardinal designs for Christmas have 2 male cardinals, rather than a male and a female. It's true. The more you know. Okay, how much cinnamon? It says a teaspoon. I'm gonna go a little bit less than that, because there's a lot of cinnamon in the filling. Okay, just our butter next. Half a cup. Cold and cubed. And then what do we bake this at? 350 Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna get the oven on, because we're almost there. Clean it up. This is an unsalted butter as well. Fresh nutmeg? There was nutmeg in the apples, but there's none in the topping. The grinder parts are in the freezer. That's funny you ask, Greek. Look, I set an hour timer for them. It's literally about to go off in a minute. So now we know, and we are going into that for the next step. Now we know we are good to go to use it. Love when things time out. Your internal clock. It's working good. Okay, 2 cups of butter. There's our half cup. And we'll just cube it up nice and small. Wow, this butter actually seems really nice batch. Sometimes it doesn't cut nice like that. What? We gotta make popcorn again? It was really good. Your intuition is out of control lately? Me too. There's been like so many little like connections I've been making, it's been weird. So you made popcorn earlier this week? Well, Samo was. And he was making it right where I am, but we all know that the smoke detector lives like right above me. And so he turns on the popcorn, because it's the popper, because it's an air popper, like the old school... What the heck is the name of it? I forget. The popcorn pumper or something like that? That's what it's called? So he sets it up and this smoke alarm's just going off. Just going off. And he's like, there's nothing I can do. I'm like, you can just like go over to the stove where the fan is. There's nothing I can do. And me and the roommate are just like, what is with this guy? Calls himself a chef. He's a water truck driver now, chat. Okay. Wait, first, I didn't get this spoon wet. I'm just gonna stir this first. The dry stuff. Get some of the brown sugar crumbles out too. Yeah, that's what I was doing. He didn't set up the cooking fan like he should have. Otherwise it probably would have been okay. But it was just straight hot air going right into it. Too funny. But yeah, air popped popcorn like that, way better than like microwave popcorn for sure. And then you can like dress it however you want. Like you guys eat sometimes fancy kind of popcorn. Get the butter in there. Now I gotta scrape the board because it really stuck. He lost his popcorn making abilities. He's got no words, Greek. You called him out. Hello, Digital Meow Mix. What am I doing for the holidays? I will be at home, mostly hanging out with family and just relaxing. All by myself. Samuel's gonna be up at work. But yeah, luckily my parents are coming to visit and we got some fun things planned with the fam. Don't wanna be? It's not bad. I mean, nice thing about being a chef and having to work Christmas all these prior years is Christmas is whatever you want it to be. It's wonderful. I know. I don't wanna be all by myself. Okay, so I'm literally just like working the butter into here. It's not ready yet, so don't even think about it. Just your hubby and bro-in-law. Yeah, I have a Christmas brunch with my dad's side of the family on Christmas Eve at my grandma's, like, senior home, let's say. We're able to, like, book out a room, which is awesome because there's a lot of us. And then Christmas Day, I'm hanging with my brother and Finn and my parents. Or no, sorry, Christmas Day, I'm going out to the farm, which I'm so excited for. My mom's side of the family. I haven't seen them in so long. Like, honestly, almost 10 years, I bet. And I also need to, like, propose to my aunt about buying her property. So that's important for me. And then, yeah, on Boxing Day, I'm hanging out with my broski and my parents. So many years working graveyard shifts on Christmas too. Yep. Can't turn down that pay. That's why Samuel went up to work, right? Like all of that holiday pay is exponential. Nice, Katniss. It's so good to like do that every now and then. Like you don't have to see everyone all the time. Like you're allowed to do your own thing too.
Plus, as Caitlin said before, costs way too much for me to stay at home.
It costs too much to keep Sammy at home, chat. See how we're making the crumble though? It's coming together. Get in there. The train doesn't stop. Which piece is it gonna be? Which one? Oh gosh. Okay, so I usually mix it until it's like really clumping up like this. Mickey, good to see you. Your mom's making ham? I ain't cooking nothing for this Christmas. It's Kate's year off. And I'm taking it. Okay, that looks awesome, chat. Ooh, there's a nice big butter nub there.
I totally thought you were gonna make hors d'oeuvres for Liz.
Hors d'oeuvres? Oh shit, I might actually. Okay, I might have a catering gig on Christmas Eve. We'll see. So my best friend, growing up here, we met working at a grocery store together for like 5 years when we were in high school. Well, she moved away because she was doing like fashion design in Toronto in Ontario, but her parents are still here. And like when I was going to culinary school, her family would like host these epic Christmas parties with like her parents' friends and then all of her siblings and their friends too. So there'd be like 50 to 60 of us all hanging out. And then, yeah, they asked me if I wanted to cater it one year, and it was so amazing and fun. So maybe I'll see if they want me to do that again this year. Because I feel like I'd be really good at it now compared to 10 years ago. We might have a gig. But yeah, I know that she's going to be here for Christmas and she's actually moving back here in the new year. I am so excited, you guys. It's my bestest bud my whole life.
Hey.
A girl one. This looks tasty.
I could eat that all day.
Sam just wants to eat it raw. Guys. Samo wants to eat the crumble not baked. Okay, that's it though. And now we're gonna bake it up. Sambo, what just happened on my page? Is this a pop-up ad or is it real? I think it's fake. Oh my gosh, I need to drink some water. I will. And actually, I think I'll go to the bathroom after. Ah! There's a bit of soap. Did you see I flung the soap on it? I gotta literally pick it off. Don't wash your hands like I did. I'm crazy. It'll still taste fine. A bit floral, if you will. Wow, this variety of apple I used was really floral this time. Okay, Katniss, ready? We're going into the oven. There's some weight to this. So I'm gonna set, I think, a 20-minute timer. Someone's got ribs in the oven. What a sneaker. 20-minute timer on that, and then we'll maybe do a rotate. Have a little peek, I think. Real quick, I'm just taking a bathroom break. I'll be back in a moment. Hello. I have returned. It's Boss Man. Hi, Boss Man. Mmm. That's a sweet and sour one. It was really sour. They're good though. Nice one. Okay, clean the pickle juice off of the board. It was sour. Sometimes it sneaks up on you. Okay, Crumble is in. Check that off of the list. Next up, we're gonna cook some spinach with some garlic. We're gonna cook some spinach. And then we're gonna let it cool so that we can put it into the meatloaf. Let's get that out. And then I think first I have to put away all this baking mess that I left out. Looks like we're getting like a thunderstorm or something outside. It looks weird. I don't know what kind of weather this is. You saying Roo?
Yeah.
You're upset? This is what Sam says. He's gonna bark for a week, pretend that he's a dog, and if we don't get any complaints, then we know that we can have a dog. Easy mode. But yeah, this is our very small bag of spinach, if you wanted to have a comparison. This was $5 for all of this. How could I not? Get the garlic, darling. Yes, you gotta squeeze all the liquid from the cooked spinach as well. I've done this a lot as a pizza topping, actually. Once upon a time at a restaurant, we did a charred leek and spinach, like cooked sort of mix to go on a fennel sausage pizza with pickled garlic and what the heck else was on there. It was just the greatest ever. These look really dried. Yeah. And yeah, you love spinach because it literally cooks down to nothing. And it's good for you. Let's do that. That's like 3/4 of a head of garlic. It was a very fancy pizza and it was, yeah, really delicious. We went all out. Smash our garlics. I think I'll just slice it first, because usually I will like cook this spinach mixture, let it cool, and then chop it afterwards so that the pieces of the spinach don't go stringy, because that happens. The doggo can travel with us in the mobile kitchen. 100% Greek. Yeah, we don't want to actually get a dog until the truck is built, so that it knows that as like its home, right? So it's not like a big shock for the animal compared to like if you had it in a house first and then you try and like move it into a truck. Not all animals like to live like that. There's a pizzeria in CT that has a pizza called No Kiss Tonight, slathered in garlic, artichokes, and you don't know what else, but it was so good. That's always the worst, when like a good place shuts down. You're just like, what happened? Why? And yeah, I'm not gonna get a dog if I'm still gonna plan to go up north. That's why we don't have any pets right now. There's still a lot of things up in the air. But trust me, as much as like I want a dog, I'm pretty sure Sam wants one even more. Okay, slice this up. We're gonna use just the brazier pan today. Nice big surface area on the bottom of the pot. And we can just pile our spinach into there. So you always need to use a bigger pot when you cook spinach because, like Bonk said, it really cooks down to nothing. But when you first put it in there, it seems like you have a lot. This is so much garlic, I love it. But if we make this spinach really flavorful for the meatloaf, then we don't have to add like a lot of spices into the meat mix. Which I also like. Hi Maka Waka, welcome in. How are you doing? Scoot has to do adulting. That's the worst. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna use a bench scraper for that to get it off the board. Let's go over and you can see how our broth is doing too. Ooh, did that freeze? It did freeze. What happened here? And also why? One sec. Wait, what? Why do I see things happening, but when I put my hand there, it's not moving? Am I a ghost? I don't know what to say. We're back. What? That's how I felt too. And we're back. Okay. Let's not think about that one too hard. Shall we? Okay, there we are. We're cooking. It's happening. That was strange. Yes, it was. Okay, I got like a little bit of oil down in here. Just from when I seasoned it after washing it this morning. I think that'll be good. So I'll get the garlic into there now as it's heating up. Just to saute it a little bit. And then we'll put the spinach in at the end. And I actually like to deglaze this with a little bit of white wine. With the spinach and the garlic, it just tastes so good together. So I'll do that since I have some still. Let's prep our bag of spinach so that we're ready to go. Oh, I'm throwing garlic on the stovetop. Okay, so I just opened the bag of spinach and then it'll be like a bunch of handfuls. I'm also picking through it a little bit because there looks like some poopy bits in there. Bam. It can live there for now. There's definitely a delay on this stove cam. Sometimes that happens when I have it wireless. I find especially like on Saturdays when everyone is like home in the apartment building, I find that the wireless cam really lags on those days. And then yeah, other times it's just like perfect. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil into the pan with the garlic. Does it seem like it's better now though? I think it's gotten better. But yeah, every now and then there's just this weird little delay. Just grabbing a spoon for us for the spinach too. This other one was for the broth. Turn up this pan. It's like a tablespoon or so of oil. It's like in and out, because I literally just stuck my hand in and it's there. Like I said, let's not think about these things too hard today. Sometimes it's just a technology thing. Just put in a few things away while we're waiting. We're cooking, we're sizzling, nice. This is not gonna take very long now that we're up to temp. Just cook the garlic until it's nice and golden on one side. We're good. Perfect, Greek. Get the wine. Put away my spices. Whoa, it's cooking quick. Look at that. That's why I said don't go anywhere. And then from here, we're just gonna pile a bunch of spinach on top. Pour some wine in. And cover it and let it steam out. I'm also just gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper in the pan right now too, so it can all get seasoned up. Panic. Okay. Time for all of the spinach. Maybe like one more handful, because we know it cooks down to nothing. Okay, and ready? Now this is gonna sizzle like crazy. Take that piece out because it's gross. And then that's gonna steam the spinach down and cook it for a moment or two, and then I'll take the lid off and let the rest of the moisture cook out. Makes it taste so good. A little bitter garlic is okay though, Paloozer. A little bit, yeah. You just don't want too much where everything's gonna taste bitter. But a little bit is okay, it's true. Yeah, take the lid off. Yeah, there's no spinach. Basically, look. That's what it comes out to be. Let the moisture cook out. And then I'm just gonna pour it onto a cutting board so you can chop it. It's okay, Greek. I guess it's just gonna be what it is today. Yeah, because I can tell that I'm over here and it ain't going. Maybe it'll get better. At least the other cameras work properly, though. I think that's good. What do we got? 3 minutes on our crumble. There's that roasty, spinach, garlicky goodness is what I would call it. It's fine for you, Dust? Okay, thanks for letting me know. It's good to always get another opinion. I will not worry about it then. Just let that pan cool off now. This is where we're at. Your browser wasn't even loading anything. What the heck? Oh, I was supposed to come over here. This looks so dark. Holy. It looks like so vibrant green in front of me though. So that's just gonna cool a bit before we chop it. And actually, before I put this away, maybe while we're waiting, we will grate the cheese and get it ready for the filling. And then honestly, the last thing we're gonna do is grind the meat and then put the meatloaf together. And we can probably get it in the oven. And then we just have to work on our potatoes, noodles, and gravy. Did I freeze it? Oh, did I squeeze it first? I didn't. But yeah, you could eat this just like this. I'm gonna see how wet it is, like when I chop it, but it doesn't seem very wet. Bonk, this is what I often would do to make it. Yeah, it's still warm, so I'm gonna let it cool just a moment or two. Let's get our Havarti and feta out. We have so much feta still. Yum.
Don't freeze the leftover one.
You want me to use that one up?
Yeah.
Mish isn't here today. From our charcuterie. It's literally all that's in this container. Yeah, she was so sad yesterday. I don't know what that is. Maybe antipasto or something. But we have a sheep's feta is what we're using. I'll just put that there. That was just left over from our charcuterie. I'm using it up. A chunk of feta left over? Impossible. I know we're using it and she's not here. It's okay. She might pop in later. Usually she does. But I know she usually has like family dinner on this day. So we're using feta for like flavor, let's say, and like yummy texture. And then the Havarti is more for like creaminess and to kind of hold everything together. There's gonna be a little bit of Havarti sprinkled, but definitely more feta than anything. That's my timer for the crumble, so I'm just gonna have a peek while we're at this point. Sam, how's your ribs?
14 minutes left.
Okay. The crumble is looking really good. I would say for sure another 20 minutes, so we'll set that. I'm just gonna grate this right off of the block since I don't need very much. I thought we'd like sprinkle the Havarti on the meat, the first layer, and then put the spinach on, and then finish by sprinkling the feta. You get like a sandwich of spinach and cheese and meat. Layers of flavors. Sound good, Kat? I thought so. That's about a cup worth of cheese. Maybe I will put it in a container. Same with the feta. Maybe even the spinach too. The favorite part, yeah, I'm so excited to cut into this. The spiral that you get. I've never done anything like this before. So this feta we get from the Italian market. It's just like sitting in a big tub of brine. And then you just like let them know when you get it whether you want like brine in the container with it or not. That's not bad though. 400 grams for just under $10 for a sheep's feta. Not bad. Your favorite part is the meatloaf. It's like a jelly roll loaf, but meat. And yeah, this sheep's feta, I love it because it's not super salty. Has really nice creaminess and flavor to it. I'm in the cheese zone. Ah. Toot. They're honking it up outside. One more little chunker. It's always good to have extra cheese. But it's definitely not good to not have enough. Not good. Okay, next we'll chop up the spinach. Cheese, cheese, if you please. It is still rockin' hot. This is craziness, I tell you. Look how much garlic's going into this. It'll be so good. No, there's no complaints about the amount of cheese nor garlic today. And yeah, this isn't really wet. Like, there's nothing I can really squeeze out other than, like, oil. So this is good to go. Yeah, can you really use too much cheese? This is like a forever, lifelong question that's been asked here. I don't know the answer. I'm gonna go with no. Putting my wine back in the fridge. Okay, so all of the fillings for the meatloaf are complete. That's what time it is. Time to grind the meats. This is a fun part. Fun time. Our meat grinder's been literally chilling in the freezer for just over an hour. You had the mac and cheese last weekend. That was so delicious. There ain't no leftovers of that. Considering it was gluten-free and everything. Like, what?
Are you moving the crumble down a shelf?
Am I moving the crumble down a shelf when you take your thing out?
Yeah.
I might. Make a cheese loaf with a meat swirl, and then what? Your whole life has changed forever. I think, yeah, you're right. You can use too much cheese in some applications, but not many. Not many. I gotta build this up. It's been a while since I used this. Tighten it on. Sometimes it's hard to twist this because of the frosty bits on it. That's how you know it's good. And then you can like over tighten this, so yeah, you don't have to go crazy when you tighten that last part on. What? The sounds? Sam can't handle the sounds, chat. Me putting the meat grinder together almost just killed him, I guess. Move over, cord. Get out of here. Okay, there's that. Tighten? Tighten it? Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick little run to make sure I built this properly. Sounds perfect. Let's get a bowl underneath. Ta-da! Oh, I went into the fridge for the meat, but it lives in the freezer. And then I think I definitely have to put a set of gloves on because this looks really frozen now. But that means it's gonna make such a nice grind. I'm excited. Starting to smell like yummy apples in here, so I know things are happening to the crumble. Chuck roast, it was blade. What is it? Bottom blade pot roast it was called. But then I Googled it, Cookie, because I don't usually use blade roast, and it actually is from part of the chuck. Or like from the shoulder like the chuck is, but lower down. But then when I was cleaning this, there was definitely a piece of chuck fat in there, and I got so excited. And then we just cleaned it up. All of the trim, we are just having a pot right now, simmering with some aromatics, and we're gonna make a gravy from it later. It's a Chuck Norris roast. Thank you. So now we're gonna grind this up for the meatloaf. It's like really froze, some of these pieces, but it's awesome. You'll see how nice and clean the grind goes through. There we go. It doesn't like it too frozen, I don't think. But as we like work it into here, the heat of my hands also is gonna help it along. The blade is the top of the chuck. Cross rib is lower. Like, look at that. I don't know if I've ever had meat grind like this before. I'm not forcing it through either. I'm just taking my time. The pieces are like all semi-frozen. Meaty worms. Palooza, he knows. Tasty, tasty meatworms that honestly are looking perfect. Doesn't get much better than that. We might actually have some extra of this so I can make burgers or something with it. We'll see. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This totally reminds me of processing deer. Meatloaf and burgasas? Ah! What a wonderful time it would be. And this is just something that I don't need to pay the butcher to do for me, right? Just do it yourself. See, I just turn the bowl as it keeps getting filled. Really easy. Yeah, and that is like such a big part of it, is we know exactly what went into this stuff. There is no miscellaneous cuts, no weird gristle or sinew. There's no maybe slightly rotten pieces of meat going in, I don't know. I don't know what they do in the store to make their ground meat. Maybe we don't want to know. I mean, we've always said in my family that hot dogs are made from boots, tires, and cars. Or lips and assholes. Yeah. Loser. Samo loves them, no matter what. Okay, that was all the meats.
That's transformed into a pile.
It really transformed into a pile. But that's what happens when it's like really nice and frozen. It doesn't really compress. That should be good. It's Mish. Were your ears burning? Chat was like just talking about you. Hi, Mish. Okay, we're complete, guys. Take this off. Yeah, you missed the feta crumbling. It's literally right here, though. Look. Oh, God, there's meat in it. Ah! Wait, it's going to the same spot. Don't worry. Okay, let me just put this here for a sec. What? That's the Samo snack? Ribbies? Ugh, I got it apart all by myself. We can like clean this out if we want. I usually do. It's all tasty bits. Okay, but then here, where you like actually see some metal shavings, it's legitimate. It's actually metal. And that is like something with a proper meat grinder you can't really get away from, because like it's all metal pieces. So I just want to show you where this comes from. So as the auger turns, there's always a little bit of metal and like the fat that comes together to like make this little bit of paste. So just be careful like as you're taking it apart that you don't get it into there. You could always pick it out. And then I just have this little bit of like connective-y tissues that maybe we didn't clean out. Like I'll just show you, like I can just pull it apart. But I always feel like if it didn't go through the grinder easily, there's probably like a good reason why. So that's just a little bit of loss that I always chalk it up to, and that's it. Just gonna take my gloves off, and then really important that you soak that right away. All of the metal pieces from the grinder. You don't want to soak it in hot water because you're gonna like cook the meat onto the metal. So you want to start with like a lukewarm water and then just some soap, and then I do a better wash later on. But that looks so good, this grind. Holy, I'm glad that I chose to do this today. Smells like apple crisp. Yes, it does. Okay, so what does Katniss say? I think this is more meat than we'll ever need for our meatloaf, so I'll take some out. And then the recipe is in Discord from Katniss. We need egg, Worcestershire sauce, onion soup mix, and just some breadcrumbs. What? One pound of meat. Thank you. Do I actually have to weigh it? Should I? Okay. And then do you just usually make it in like a bread loaf pan? I'm gonna get a bigger bowl just so I can mix these things into it. She doesn't really care. One pound. Can you see the evidence of the feta? Okay, let me take the meat out of it. Feta. I'll just wash my hands after this. Okay, this is at our 1 pound. I think I'll go a little bit more. I'm gonna go a 1.5 pounder. Is that crazy? Will it fit in there? Okay, I'm gonna go 1 pound, 6 ounces. That looks like it'll all fit together. So we use like half of this. I'm just gonna put this in the freezer. Should I put it in the freezer or the fridge? Fridge. That was nothing. It will fit. Will it fit? That is the question. Thank you. Oh, shoot. There's more meat. It's literally everywhere. Who did that? I gotta wash my hands really quick. 1 sec. And then the timer was just going off for the crumble. That is our 40-minute mark on that. So we should definitely have a peek at it. I'm just putting this grinder into a bowl with water while I'm doing a wash up on my hands and everything. Doing this step now is definitely going to help us later. She's living vicariously. The best way of living. You had able skeevers for dinner? What? Those are like the little pancakes, right? You can eat those for dinner? That's allowed? Gotta move Samo's ribs. Okay, this is where the crumble's at. Nothing like crazy is happening. I think it's cooked. The apples are getting cooked. It honestly seems like a little bit dry. I don't know. But I'll let it go for a little bit longer. I'd like the top to get more colored. Weird. Should I just turn up the oven then? It seems dry, right? Like all those apples looked good. I'm gonna turn the oven to 400 and then just like put 5 minutes on the clock. Dane's like balls in all shapes and sizes, Mish says. They're the best with raspberry jam, bonk. Yeah, now we need the vanilla ice cream. What the heck? Just because we didn't have it? I want to make those, Mish. I need to make those. Okay, I need some Worcestershire sauce. Get the Worcester. Got the onion by me. I know I need a plastic to form this. I'm gonna put some pepper into here. I'm not gonna put any salt because I feel like the onion soup mix is salty. This is what we're gonna flavor it with. I do not have an able skewer pan. No, I don't. I know that's something I would have to buy for it. Yes, yeah, we do have the Knorr again today. And they give us a generous recipe of balsamic portobello burgers. That doesn't sound bad. Not bad. You can send me one? What? Okay, let's chat about this. Off stream. This is what it is, and then I might have spent a pretty penny on Ripple chips so that I can make myself onion dip. Do we use the whole thing, Cat? One entire pouch? A packet of onion soup mix. This is like totally what my mom would do. A whole packet? Okay. Honestly, like with the cheeses and the spinach and stuff, I don't think it's gonna be too oniony. It's so good, right, Paloozer? I was like, if I'm buying this, I'm making dippy. Okay, a little bit of the brown stuff. Brown anchovy sauce that nobody knows about. Oops, I keep clicking the wrong thing for the recipe. Okay, and then for this, I think I'm gonna do 2 eggs because I'm not gonna use breadcrumbs. I'm gonna do 2 eggs just to help bind everything together. I hate having like 1 egg left in a carton in the fridge. You use several dashes of Worcestershire sauce. I did a couple good pours in. I think that'll be a-okay. Whoa, that egg cracked really quickly. Wasn't ready for that. Okay, I'm just gonna use my hands to mix this, guys. It's not weird. Break the yolk. Kind of just like fluff everything together first. Fluff it. You'll only be able to do this if your beef is like freshly ground like mine is. Otherwise the store-bought beef will kind of just go mushed. Fluff it, Bob. It's only weird if you think it's weird. How's this feeling? I don't overwork the meat too much for meatloaf at first, just while we're mixing in the flavorings. But then, like, as we're bringing it together, I will do it a bit more after. I always feel like meat is, like, similar to, like, gluten, where if you over-mix it, it gets, like, tough and dry. So don't do that. Yeah, don't over-mix it. My timer's going off. Sambo, come back, please. Can you check on the crumble? Since your hands are currently clean. It's getting there. I'll just do one more 5 minutes and then we're probably good.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
Just need more breadcrumbs to make it dry. I'm not gonna put any breadcrummies in. And don't worry, it'll still turn out really good. Trust. Okay, so now to build this, I'm gonna like build it on a sheet pan. Just because we have to lay it all out. So we're gonna like line this with plastic like it says. Open it up. Good ribs, Sambo. I'm gonna do like two sheets, maybe even 3 actually of plastic. Now it's time to make a meat roll. A meat loaf? Nah, a meat roll. And then I'm just gonna do one right in the middle for strength. So that we don't like pop any holes, because that would be messy. You might be able to tell that I've done this a time or two. Layering sheets of plastic like this. Okay, there we go, because I made that look so easy. And so then, yeah, like Greek is saying, we have to also think about how this is gonna roll up and fit in the pan for meatloaf, which is like not that big of a pan. If anything, we can maybe do 2 separate ones, because like this is basically half of the pan. Like if we laid out this all full of meat, you could make 2 separate pans for it. Because I'm worried if we try and do one in here, it's gonna like be so overflowed. You just make it on a single slice of plastic. There's not like that much though.
I think you're fine with one.
So one other thing we can do, and this is like how we also like teach people in restaurants and stuff, is always like just put an example in front of you. So if this is the example size of the pan we need, it's easy to reference that like as you're building whatever you're doing, if you need it. Let's do that. I'm just gonna put a pair of gloves on. I got the meatloaf mixture here. The spinach and garlic is cooled down. Crumbled feta. And a little bit of Havarti just for creaminess. Very powerful nerd. You made your first flan, but you made it in a baking pan, and you're just hoping that you didn't way overcook it. I wonder.
And I deboned all the ribs for you and everything is broken apart.
Thank you. I don't like need a lot of this though.
No, but you need
Sweets are not your strong suit. Practice makes perfect. I mean, I still make mistakes every now and then too. Samo's making me eat meat.
Aw, shucks.
He's making me eat the ribbies. So basically the crumble is gonna come out of the oven and the meatloaf goes in. Let's see what we get from here. I'm intrigued. It's gonna shrink a little bit, I know that, the meat, when we cook it. This meat feels so good. A nice fresh grind. Johnny. Call him out. Stream Elements has been crazy lately. They need it. So I'm gonna like roll it this way, right? Into the pan. Gonna go for a walk before it rains. Okay, have a good walk, Dust. I'll probably still be here when you return. Is my guess. Because Saturdays are always our longer day. I'm just like making sure that the thickness of the meat is really even. All the way around. Okay. That looks so good. So now, this is how much I have left over too, by the way. I guess we could always just put a little layer on top if we can fit it after, but I want to make sure that we can like roll everything into here properly. Wait, when you press it out, make it the size of a regular cookie sheet? Not a Lloyd pan? Why do you press it out so thin, so big? Do you like fold the edges in or something? Because I was just gonna like roll it like this. No, this is true. Oh, that's weird, Michael. Yeah, my mom was having the same issue with that last week. She had to like update her app. I'm glad you got it working though. Twitch seems to be twitchy. You pat in the end so it's not too fat? Okay. Just wanted to make sure we had like the same idea. Okay, I'm just gonna use all this up. Because like if you say it's cheese and spinach stuffed meatloaf, you better see the cheese. Now I'm gonna do the spinach. So now I already know the size of this pan, so I can move that over and do this together. So we lay this out as well. Just the smell of this spinach mixture reminds me of that pizza we would make. That's funny. Funny how food does that. The memories. gone. Okay, just rinsing my hand before we do the feta. I don't know if we'll use all of that feta cheese. Oh, we need like some more over here.
A little bit.
Huh?
A little bit on the inside.
We are putting feta on the inside. Ooh, Mish! Ooh. Mishi! Okay, I need a sip of water really quick. And I gotta fill that up after. I'm just gonna like sprinkle like this, I think. My gosh, that's like so much feta in one spot. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Hello, Crumble? Okay, that is looking better. Who knows, maybe we'll get more juices once it cools. But Katniss, I'm gonna take the crumble out now. That's looking a bit more proper as far as like color goes. Now we can let it cool off so we can have a little tasty taste in a bit. I guess the apples, these Canadian apples, don't have near enough juices in them. I don't know what that is all about. Okay, so now, the moment of truth. We gotta roll it. I'm gonna roll it towards myself rather than rolling away, because you can always like see when you're going towards yourself. If you roll away, it's like hard to see what you're doing. Ooh, caramel sauce. I do actually have a little bit of caramel sauce in the fridge that we could use. So then from here, we make a jelly roll. You want to keep things like pretty tightened. You don't want a lot of air pockets, so I'm gonna use my hands to help do that. And then like as you roll it, just take the plastic off. And then we always want, like this is gonna be called the seam, the bottom part. We always want the seam on the bottom of the loaf pan as well. Just like how you would bake bread. So that it all stays together. And then once you get to this point, give it a nice little zhuzh along. We can use the extra ground meat to cap the ends, Bonk. And I think we will. I think we will. Oh my gosh, this is looking really good. Ready? Cap it. Seal it up. This is why we do Play-Doh things when we're young. So we're not scared of meat arts and crafts when it comes time. Show the end. So this is how the end looks before I'm gonna put the cap on, let's say. So you can see all the cheese and spinach in there. And it's gonna look so much like more uniform after it's cooked. So it's all gonna like seal up together. You like that, Journey? Meat arts and crafts. And then if you want it more tightened, I'm just gonna do this really quick first. Roll this up now like this. And then we're gonna twist the ends opposite way. And then just go on your sheet pan and like roll it. And this is gonna make it really tightened up. Just like that. And then like you can let it come back out to put it in the pan, but now you have this like perfect little meat log. And yeah, you can like pre-prep these, freeze them like this, and then just pull them out, let it thaw in the pan. Perfect, the oven just came up to temp. What the heck, guys? Are you serious right now? That is like too perfect.
That's a nice speaking loaf.
Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna give it a little press. What do we think? Or should we keep it nice and round? Maybe I will keep it nice and round like that. And now it says about 30 to 40 minutes in the oven. And we have a couple other things to work on anyway, so that's perfect. Leave it round. Okay, I'm in. I'm into that. Excuse me, I just had a little burpee. It says 350 Fahrenheit to cook this. My oven has been like cool lately. Like I keep having to turn it up, so I'm gonna keep it at 400. We could always turn it down, the oven, if I feel like it's cooking too quick. But I'd rather have this really nice and browned on the top and stuff than to be waiting later on and being impatient. So yeah, just place it into a pan, into a preheated oven, 350 Fahrenheit for 30 to 40 minutes until the juices run clear. Perfect, Kat. Thank you very much. We're going in. I will set, let's do a 20-minute timer. And then we can check after that. That should be around the halfway mark. And I'm just gonna leave it on this sheet pan because it's easier for me to like pull it out of the oven to check. Yum. Okay, I'm gonna clean up a couple of things just because my counters are getting really full. Yes, that's also another option. If the top gets too dark on the meatloaf, we could always tint it with some tin foil. What was that? Oh, that was weird. Gillis, almost all the cooking streamers you used to watch are returning to stream. That or you're not in Twitch as much. But yeah, welcome back. I was gone for a while. So yes, it's good to be back. Thank you. I have returned. Okay, we gotta get some pots with water on. One for egg noodles for Sam, and then another one just for some potatoes for me. Wait, it's Nike? It's Nike! What? Sorry, I wasn't seeing all of this stuff in chat. Sometimes it's crazy. Welcome, man. Everyone, what the heck? Yeah, it's true. You're always around. Welcome, man. Okay, just going through our list. We have assembled the loaf. We have our gravy still, which I think we can actually strain it right now. So it's ready to go, and then first we will fill up our water pot so those can start to heat up. There's nothing worse than waiting for water to boil. Right, right. Eat what I want out of it? Okay. Thanks, Greek. Gifting the sub to Johnny Rodden. You've gifted 55 subs to the channel now. Welcome back to the kitchen crew, friend. And thanks for the follow, too. You created your account back in March and said nothing? Okay, I guess I gotta, like, chop up my potatoes into the water. So I'll get that done, too. We can call you Nike? Wait, so Nike's Johnny Rodden, not Gillis? I need to keep track of all these names. And then this can be the pot for the pasta. You've been busy with your art stuff. Never apologize for that. You're busy creating art. That makes me really happy. Gillis, I'm not Nike. Thank you. Welcome to the wonderful world of the internet. We got the clarification we needed. Okay, pasta water pot. On. We gotta salt it too, right? Make it taste like the sea if you're gonna be cooking some pasta. It's for Sambo's egg noodles. Yeah, everyone can be Nike if you really put your mind to it. Okay, come over. How are these potatoes? I always get scared sometimes. You never know if you're gonna find a rotten one. I'm really not cooking a lot of potatoes for myself. Maybe like 3. Look at this one has the eyes. We should definitely use it up. That's good enough for me. Sambo's noodles. Straight from Germany. Broad egg noodles. They're so good. Hello, Dad. I'm doing really good. Thank you for the resub for 65 months. Holy, hey, chat. Everyone say hi, Dad. How are you guys doing? Are you back from your walk now? Good thing I have this peeler here still. We needed it. Dad is really a true fan, Mish. And yeah, never feel bad if you can't like type in chat. I always say like half the time I can't even talk, so don't feel bad. I can often decipher what you guys are trying to say if you have a typo. So don't worry. Just taking a couple of the blemishes off of these taters. But I'm gonna keep the skin on because I love to eat potatoes with the skin on. Especially the golden variety like this. And it's Annie. You're back now? Nice. Glad you enjoyed the walk. That's what we're gonna do after stream. Annie, how are you doing? What did you get up to today? So I am just going to cut these into like 1/8, I think. Just grating. That sounds somewhat fun. This one was kind of big, so I cut it smaller. Are you taking a break now? Or did you actually finish it up? This is fun. Okay, I'm gonna take some of the water out because these are literally swimming in there. They only have to be just submerged in the water, like that. And then we salt that too. Holy! Thank you very much for the 92 bitlies plus 3. Thank you for the 95 bitlies, Cat. We're going. The grading isn't fun? Come on. Okay, that. We also need a lid on it too. This is where we are. We got lots of things on the stove top. Look. It's like we were doing cooking today. So let's also turn this on to medium. And then this is what we're working on next. Let's see how good it looks. Our beef broth that we've been working on for the gravy. Look at how that's cooked down. So now we're gonna come over to the board and strain it. Put it back into the pot or into another pot if we have to. Sneakers, Annie. Accurate. We're chilling with our homies. Chilling. We're almost there. I think we got one more. Yep. Thank you, Annie. I see so many names I recognize in there. Thank you for gifting 5 subs to the community. You've gifted a total of 840 over the years. Insane. Welcome in Walter Mellon, also a food and drink streamer. Mythical Suki, Jimmy Jam 227, Lumberman Cooking, and Palooza. I almost couldn't finish it. Dad, thank you. Gifting a sub to Neo Madden. That is very generous of you. Oh, Schneike. Kimra's has the bits, 446, and Twitch is adding 45 onto that. Thanks, everyone. Sometimes I can't keep up, it's true. This is why we always have a prep list in case crazy things happen. Thanks for the level 2 hype train. We gotta come over here to do it. Choo choo. Everyone. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good, Nike. And you're a bud tender now? All of your dreams came true? I told you. Okay, I'll check it out after stream, dude. Thank you for popping by again, and it's really good to see you. It was funny, Annie, my Lango train. What's wrong with that? Okay. I think I'm using every pot and pan in the household today, but hey. It's for a good reason. Good tasty reasons. Bonk. Thank you very much for the 500, setting us over the level 2. Gotta love the dishes, Mish, yes. I'm so particular too about my dishes, like half of them I just hand wash. Hello, Lumberman, I saw you followed the other day, welcome in. Saw you started streaming food on Twitch, it's good to meet you finally. Johnny equals Nike, yeah, we just learned that like 10 minutes ago. Twitch is being generous for like the rest of the whole month. Okay, come over here for a sec. I'm just gonna get a fine mesh strainer for our broth that we're gonna turn into a gravy. We took all the trim from the beef earlier, browned it in a pot with onion and herbs, and just let it cook with water. This is the goodness that we created for our meatloaf. Wow, that actually smells so good. Look at that color that we got out of there. No bones, no nothing. Just like a cup of beef trim, different fat, and like sinew. That's what we ended up with. I'm gonna taste this. And like see how we have to dial it in more. It's so sweet. It almost tastes like candy. What? Okay, so we can definitely add, and that is actually what I was hoping for, is like adding a little bit of a beef concentrate, but not making the whole gravy just from this, right? It is literally sweet from that onion, Greek. I'm so sweet, I don't need any extra sugar. Do you like that? And then just to like thicken this, I'm just gonna do a cornstarch slurry. You could do a flour roux if you wanted, but I don't want to eat too much wheat because I stuck some in some other things today. So I'm just gonna do a cornstarch slurry, but like look at how dark that made it now. Yeah, of course salt is okay to add to this. That's gonna make it taste very flavorful. I'm just getting a whisk. And this is an enamel cast iron pot, so I don't want a metal whisk. And then while I'm here, I'll get my cornstarch. You do cornstarch as well? Well, that's perfect then. Yeah, we'll just mix that up. And then this has to be simmering before we thicken it, so just keep that in mind for later. Do you love that part, Suki? I just disappeared down the hallway. I'm gonna go with that much. Like 2 tablespoons worth to start. And then all we have to do is add just enough cold water so that we can make it liquid to add into here. This is called a slurry. We use cold water so we don't activate the cornstarch right away. I haven't used this in a hot minute, so this one's for Annie. And then we also know that this is a non-Newtonian fluid. If you guys have ever played with a cornstarch ball. That's what we're looking for. So they'll be like kind of syrupy almost. Science, exactly. But we're just gonna keep this to the side just in case that wasn't quite enough. Annie knows his fluids, it's true. And then maybe we'll measure out the egg noodles, get those gone, and we're basically there, guys. We need to make gack. Wait, what's gack? I've heard of this, I feel. Is that like the slime? Yeah? Okay, that's what I thought. Got some ribbies still to eat. But I kind of like... I'm saving room for meatloaf, though. I'll eat 4 Ridley pieces. Yeah, I'm liking that they finally gave us some new hype emotes, too. The pasta water's just coming up. It's making my lid go nuts. It's dancing around. I can hear the meatloaf sizzling in the oven, just standing over there. It's actually pretty amazing. Wait, I got a new emote too? Yes. Cute. You didn't get it? What? Lame. Hi, Mary. How are you? That was a good dribbly bit. Say la vie. Mm-hmm. It happens, right? Say la vie. Someone left this Ribley pan over here. Peeking at him through the cameras. It's a feta strim. I don't know if you guys want to watch me eat, but that's a stovetop. We're honestly just waiting, but 20 minutes is almost up already. So we're already halfway through our meatloaf timer anyways. You want to have some of the crumble?
Yeah. I just come over with a spoon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. What are you getting up to this weekend, Mary? How's the weather over there?
Oh yeah.
Didn't even finish the sentence, hey? He was standing right there. He was already making his way over, which is hilarious. Okay, so we had a bite. It's like kind of dry. It's not like the most runny crumble, but maybe we should have put more sugar for that. But I need to taste it. Caramel sauce. Let me see first. It is still warm too. That's the meatloaf timer. Just wait. I was trying to eat the crumble. Holy shit, that looks good. I looked. I'm gonna go another 10 minutes and then we'll do a temperature test. Okay, I'm going for the biggest bite ever. Mmm. The apples are so nice and soft. Mmm. And it's nice and crunchy on the topping. I can't have gluten anymore either, Nike. It's a sad scenario. But like seriously, ice cream is the best. And we do have some grass-fed vanilla yogurt. It would be so good on there.
You know, the garbage can.
Mm-hmm. Good work. Mmm. It's like an upside down pie. It seriously is. Like, that's what it reminds me of. Mmm. Because it's not too sweet, it's totally gonna be breakfast. Like, literally put a scoop of apple crumble in my yogurt bowl. It's happening. I don't think you did yet, Bob. You found some? You found some of the Rummo brand pasta? Mmm. My first bite of the crumble, I definitely had the sweeter apples. This bite, a little bit more tart. I love it. Okay, let's see how long these egg noodles are gonna cook for. 8 minutes or to your liking. Probably 6 minutes, yeah, like Sambo said. That's the most important part on the package. Made in Germany.
Thanks, Katniss.
Oh, you ordered some online, Bob. First time in 5 years. You've had spaghetti. It's a great brand. I will say I'm excited to try the fusilli. So what was the spaghetti made from then? Because the elbows we had were brown and white rice and I believe corn. Gotta remember to show me something interesting later. Just message me on Instagram right now and then I'll check it later. Okay, our potatoes are up too. I didn't really notice when they came up, so I'll just keep my eye on there. We're just boiling until they're nice and tender. And then just a couple nubs of butter on top, so I'll get that ready. Simple potatoes to soak up the gravy and all the meatloaf juices. You gotta get up for it? Well, fine. Hi, Carses, how are you? We are bubbling up in here. The mac and cheese was delicious, Suki. Yeah, we're still talking about it earlier on stream today. It was like, I made the whole mac and cheese gluten-free. Also, did you get to watch that VOD? We were sad because you weren't there with us that whole day. Yeah, I made it all gluten-free for me as well as the boys, and they loved it. You wouldn't have even known it was gluten-free. Car says, you having a good weekend? You had a family emergency? Well, I hope things are okay. I hope it's a-okay. The spaghetti is brown rice, yellow corn, white rice, potato starch. Yum. You did watch it though? Okay, perfect. I'm happy. As long as you got to watch at least some of it. That stream was literally for you. And now you could always go back and look at the stream too, right? Because it's on YouTube. That's the best part. Just getting some water. Everyone have a sip of water. We got 5 minutes or so on this meatloaf and then we'll check it. I'm gonna poke the potatoes, see where we're at, just with my paring knife. Still pretty crunchy, about halfway there. So after we check the temperature of the meatloaf, then I will probably drop the egg noodles and at the same time just quickly thicken up our gravy and then we're good to go. I am a potato poker, I'm sorry, Dust. Cara says, you made a bunch of pizza, wings, and fries yesterday? Yes, please. And yeah, right, Bob? You could literally enjoy pasta gluten-free with no ill effects. The greatest. I felt so good after eating that meal. You just got major ick seeing me drink tap water without ice. You would die. Sam loves his ice water too. I find if my water is too cold, I don't drink enough. Or as much.
Right the other way around.
If your water is too warm, you won't drink as much? Yeah, if it's too cold for me, I don't drink as much. It's funny. I'm definitely putting the crumble on yogurt tomorrow.
It's fucking good.
That doesn't count. Had a sip of water, but it was flavored with coffee, you butt. Okay, I'm gonna leave the... Actually, I'm not gonna leave the olive oil because Samo's egg noodles also get butter on them, not oil.
Yeah.
Cheese! We're wildin'. If your water's not freezing, you won't drink it. I will say, these Yeti... Like, any stainless Yeti container, it really keeps it cold. You'll have ice in there for, like, days. Where is Vyun? We haven't seen him in forever. He's moving. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I haven't seen him either. I'm gonna send him a message, actually. Thanks for reminding me. But I know he was really good last time we chatted. And yeah, he was in the midst of, like, moving to a smaller town in Germany with his wife. And, like, going through a couple of life changes that were pretty big. But I love that we're always, like, thinking of our community members. Especially if we don't see them for a while. Like, that is what happens with me for you guys. If it's like, okay, I haven't seen, like, for example, Mish, which obviously doesn't happen. I haven't seen Mish for a while. Like, I wonder where they are. Talked to him a while back. Okay, perfect. Hi, Flower. I hope you're doing good. Can't drink water too cold either. You hear Chinese people say cold things are bad for you. I like it, like, cold or room temp is okay. Like, I'll have ice water in the summer when it's really hot out, just so my body can stay cool. But yeah, I don't drink too much ice water.
I run like a goddamn furnace all the time. I need the cold.
Misha's only 12, but in an Australian prison. Oh my god. We're all hilarious. Okay, how many minutes now? Now we only have 1 minute. Perfect. Good chatting, everyone. Good work. Let me open these up. I love this little twist tie.
We only have timer. Counting down.
I'm scared. What is Siri doing? No, Siri, no.
What happened to your teeth, Mish? When did you get wooden teeth?
What is going on in Germany? This bag wasn't fully sealed. Where are we gonna check this meatloaf? I guess on the cutting board over here together. So we're gonna check the internal temperature. I think she did announce it. She set a timer that says now we only have, and she set it for 1 minute. Do you guys hear this? Do you hear the sizzles? It looks like a gyro. You want to go right in the middle, because that's where it's going to take the longest to cook. Okay, we're at like 100. That's actually a really good temp to be at. It shouldn't take too long to get up to a cooked through temp. And the browning is looking really good, so I'm not going to turn down the oven either. Or sorry, yeah, a gyro. Sorry, I said it wrong, and I learned about this like the first year I was streaming. Not a gyro. I only say that if you're a white folk. Wait, I am. A gyro. Okay, let's do 10 more minutes on that, and then we should be good. Yeah, just like Knorr. Okay. So if we know that, like, 10 minutes, we should be good. I'm even gonna turn this oven up higher. Should we drop the noodles? Maybe not quite yet. What's a proper internal temperature? So ground meats, depending on where you source them from, obviously. But I would suggest, like, I don't really like a medium rare meatloaf. I don't know about you guys. But to be fully cooked through, you're looking for a 165 Fahrenheit internal temperature. And that also includes, like, that's well done meat, and everything else, like vegetable-wise and stuff like that, is also cooked at that temp. As far as baking stuff goes, though, like bread, muffins, things like that, cakes, is you want to go a bit higher for your internal temperature. It's 195 instead of 165. But I'll probably take it out around like 160 and then let it carry over cooking as it rests. Is also a good thing to do. That way you get a little bit more juices that stay inside. Hope that was a good answer. And yes, Mish, good job using the command for our temperatures. 165 Fahrenheit is 74 Celsius. Easy. Easy mode. We can thank Vion for those commands even. Speaking of the man, the myth, the legend. I think so too, Bonk. Yeah, 165 Fahrenheit's recommended because you don't know where your store-bought ground meats are coming from. So you're just gonna be much more safe. Getting it cooked to that temperature is like where your bacteria will die. Yoon is your favorite mod. I am not choosing favorites. But I am gonna poke my potatoes. So they look like they're done. Like when the skin starts peeling away from the flesh, to me that's like done. Nice. And we don't need them like falling apart. I'm just gonna turn the potato pot off. And they can stay nice and warm in there. And then I'll just strain them and put the butter on right before it's time to plate. So while we're waiting, I'm just gonna grab a couple plates out. There's gravy, so we definitely want like a rimmed plate or something like that. What am I feeling for today? I think we'll do that one for Samo. Who are all the mods? There's lots. There's lots and lots. Yeah, it is a secret. Greek has Annie Bonk cookie. That's all you could find that's currently in here. Scooter. Samo. And like even more. Yeah, obviously. Obviously, Samo. Where's Cookie? He was here earlier. He's your favorite doctor. Hey, honestly, while I'm waiting, I'm gonna put a couple things just in the dishwasher. Because, like, if you saw my sink right now, you'd be terrified. Let's just put it this way. I am terrified. Yeah, you keep chat cleaned up. Bonk is the fastest mod, though. Let's say Bonk is pretty quick. Not wrong. Oh yeah, my broski. Rando. That is accurate. I am quick when I'm paying attention, yes. Fact. Your favorite doctor is Dr. Pepper? What? Nice, Bob. You're making Annie's bread recipe tomorrow? I am very excited to hear about it too. You just got the lupin flour in. That sounds so fancy, honestly. Lupin flour. How come no one ever warned us that adulting is literally just doing dishes and laundry for the rest of your life? They didn't want us to know. I'm pretty sure they didn't want us to know. Because, like, no one would sign up for that. Oh, Lord. Not the measuring cup. What if you have kids? Then it's even more dishes and laundry. Adulting always. Literally always. There's not a day you can stop. Ah. Yeah, I have enough children that I have to take care of. What? Mish said I don't need kids, I have them. I have chats. Oh yes, that's right, yeah. You have kids so that they do your dishes and laundry. I forgot. Bonk. Favorite mod is Sammy when he's paying attention. How often is that? In the 18th century? You guys. I think I used every cutting board today almost. Like, we literally will be once we slice the meatloaf. That's how you do it. Couple more moments. I can't believe we're almost there. Wood-fired hot water? Whoa. That sounds cool. Okay, guys, I'm done with this part. I'm gonna drop, I think, the noodles. Just gotta check the Meatloaf again. $28 cords of wood? That's a lot. Like, that is a lot of wood. The pasta water? Mish? Hello? Anyone? My god, this looks good. And smells really good too. It's Eric! Welcome in, dude. Whoa. We really went into the meatloaf there. Let's see where we're at now. That was another 10 minutes. There's more and more juices are coming out, so that means it's almost done. See? In 10 minutes, we rose 30 degrees. But I think it's gonna go even quicker now. Loaf of meat. So I'm gonna say like probably in less than 10 minutes now. Which is good to know. I'll put a 10-minute on. And then now we can drop the pasta. We can thicken the gravy. We can strain the potatoes and butter them, and we are literally good to go. Nice, you won some matches of pickleball this afternoon? Just gotta keep the momentum going. There you go, dude. Congrats. Add the juices into the gravy? Yes, please. That does sound like a very good thing to do. Okay. Turn this water pot up now. Pop that lid on. I'm gonna strain these while we're waiting for a moment. I definitely need a towel. The steam is always like deceivingly hot when you strain potatoes over the sink. You never throw the juices out. I'm not insane. Maybe a little bit. Okay, maybe a little bit insane. Okay, so first, put those into a nice even layer. Couple nubbies of butter. We'll just put the lid back on. Pasta pot is up. Pour in some noodles. I don't know, I'm not measuring. Some. I want a little bit left over for Samo and munch on, so let's go with that amount. And then we want to stir that right away. So it doesn't stick together. And then lastly, we're coming over to our gravy pot and we're gonna put it on medium heat. Yeah, who measures noodles, honestly? Mish, your scale. So does that mean you have to get a new scale, Mish, or did you fix it? My pants are falling down. What is that about? Apparently you lost a test from Thursday, like it just disappeared. Or did someone like sneaky not hand it in? Yeah, automatic 100. The kid's gonna be like, what? Amazing. You don't know if he didn't. Or it got mixed in a pile. Oh no. First time that's ever happened in your like whole career? How do you feel right now? Put it in the bread. I'm getting the cutting board for the meatloaf. Because there's definitely going to be like juices flowing. What is this on here? It's like stained. Those noodles are nuts. Mishi. How are we doing? Oh yeah, they're cooking along. Perfect. Okay, we're just waiting for this to simmer, if that will happen. It's coming up slowly. Wait, I guess we could do this. Because, like, this one was already hot. Yeah. Yeah. Keep, like, hearing this weird thing. I don't know what it is. It's like a bung. Honestly feel like it's my olive oil tin. Like, with the heating and cooling of the air in here, the tin, like, sucks in and out. What? Crank it. It might be a bung. I'm thinking so. Nice, Katniss. Your eldest brother-in-law is like 12 years older than you. Things are happening. Then I gotta get Sambo to try one of these. The nudes. Huh? It's good? Oh, dang. Okay, he says they're good. Now I gotta strain those. Hello, Quicksand GM. How are you? Can I humor you for a second? Use your cam like a point of view while cooking? Why? What do you want to see? I'm in the midst of like almost plating, so this is like the worst time that you could ask me to do that. But yeah, that's why I asked, like, what do you want to see from it? Steam it up. Steam it up. Just want to see how the food looks from my point of view? I mean, that literally is my point of view. Couple nubbies of butter. I'm being like bad about moving it because it's plugged into a power pack right now, but here you go. That's it. That's my wireless camera. I hope that was good enough. Okay, we're simmering. Let's thicken this. That's what I was looking for, was my lid. Okay, we made our cornstarch slurry a little bit earlier. Just some cornstarch, cold water, just enough to get it liquefied so we can pour it in here. And this is like a homemade beef broth that we made. That got really nice and thick. Because you do want it to like be able to coat your noodles and the potatoes as well as the meatloaf. And I really had that up on a high heat, so I'm just gonna turn it down now. But yeah, it's nice and smooth. I'm gonna have a taste of it. See if we need like any more salt at all. But oh my gosh, that looks good. I'm out of spoons. I gotta get more tasting spoons from over here. Just wanted to show how it coated the back of the spoon as well. It's still really sweet and like oniony. So I definitely gotta put some more beef base in, which will obviously add beef flavor and some salt. But like the base of it's so good. Okay. That was our timer for this goodness. I'm just gonna check the temp on this side. Add the meatloaf juices. Okay, 1 sec. We are at 165 literally on the dot when I go internal, so that's perfect. No risk of that being undercooked. And then Katniss wants me to be sketchy, so I will. It's always terrifying grabbing a very rocking hot pan. Oh. Juices are more like fats, if you will. Okay, next. I know my temp profiles. Yeah, with my timings, hey? I literally hit it on the dot. It's like once you hit 100 degrees Fahrenheit, it's like every 10 minutes after that, you raise... Oops, not that spoon at all. You raise like 30 degrees or so. It's so interesting. We don't want this to get over salted either. You can always add more, but you can't take it out. Who's this? Polarocito. Thanks for that follow. Welcome. Okay, we're getting there. The meatloaf juice is added in? Yeah. Okay, just a really small bit of this more. My gosh. I don't know if I've ever been more excited for meatloaf. Seriously. Guess we're done with that. Hi, Speed. Welcome. How was your weekend? Just taking this meatloaf out of here for a sec. Gotta transfer it onto a cutting board. One way or another. Yeah, it's high speed. Thanks for the Prime Gaming sub, dude. 43 months in a row being part of the kitchen crew. I am honored. And we met our goal even, 10 out of 10 subs. Literally, the stream is complete. I don't know why I hit that button and not this one. It's very dark. It is very dark out today, though. I literally have to blind myself with lights just to cut this. Oops, I don't know why I hit that. I meant to hit my light. Obviously, the slow chat button is beside it on my stream deck. Okay, how do we plop this out of here? How do we plop it out of there? I don't want to, like, smush it with tongs. Maybe I can just use a fork? to shimmy it out. Blame all of the mods. Listen, chat, sometimes things happen. The streamer can't always be perfect. I hope it didn't stick on the bottom. I'm gonna go and get a spatula. Yeah, almost at 4 years. We've had a lot of those resubs lately. Ooh, this is definitely the spatula I want. Something really nice and thin and like wide. I can't believe we're at 4 years. I mean, in January, I'll be on Twitch for 6 years. So like, what is that? Can I sneak this under here? Is it gonna work? Yes. Mom sub too? What? Thank you for the 55. There. See? I knew if I like tried to take it out, it would have like been pulled apart. It's too hot for me to hold still. Tip it, and then we're just gonna flip it. The bottom looks a bit of a mess. A bit cheesy of a mess, but honestly, I'm still gonna eat that with the noodles or the potatoes. But we got it out. We got it out. Hopefully it's gonna hold together. If it ends up a meatloafy mess, I won't be mad either, because I know it's gonna taste really delicious. Okay, so that's gonna sit there for a sec. Just while we load up our plates with our potatoes and noodles. Yeah, turn it around, flip it, and reverse it. Missy? Oh, Sam was not getting potatoes, that's right. That looks like a nice base for me. Egg nudes. Meatloaf hash tastes the same as meatloaf. Yeah, you're not wrong, right? Those egg noodles smell so good. I'm kind of like jealous. Okay, so I have a serrated knife here to be able to slice this. Yeah, this side looks a little bit more sus than the other side. I think I'm gonna like keep this end pretty thick just so it doesn't fall apart. Salt and pep the nudes? Fine. I got you. I'll do my potatoes too, just a little bit. You're welcome. Salty water? I did salt both of the waters. But you can always, like, still do a little bit of salt after, because you put butter on, usually. Okay, first slice honestly wasn't bad. I'm gonna go more. And yeah, you can see it's, like, steaming hot. So don't burn your hands. I'll show you a reveal in a second. Just take it easy. actually looking amazing. What else? Is that good? Do one more. Or 2 pieces each. I'm gonna wipe my knife off on there. Okay, ready? I'm gonna like kind of turn this over onto the knife. But look! Look! It turned out! Thank you, Katniss, for requesting this. It's really hot on my hand. But those are the layers that we created. I'm gonna give that one to Sambo. And then we just pour gravy over top. Like, what? You know how good that's gonna be? Yeah, pass the plate. Y'all. But wait. There's more. Yeah, the gravy train, exactly. I just need to run and grab a ladle. Look at how deep and dark and delicious that looks. I want to make sure it's really nice and smooth. Sometimes when the cornstarch sits for a couple moments, it gets a bit lumpy. Holy! It's like so dark, you don't even see through it. I'm gonna just do this one in the middle, so you can see a bit more of the meatloaf for the photo. Looks insane. It literally looks like a demi. Like, with how dark and like glazy it is. What did we create? I don't know. This looks like such like yummy home style food. Totally like something that your family would make you, or like your grandma. I'll get a photo of this one too, just cuz. Holy Annie! What? Thank you. 9,090 bits and 1. Thank you so much. You won't be here next week? Well, I appreciate you. 50% of the way through our solar fund now. Okay, let me go get Samo. We gotta wake the bear up. Is he looking at me? I can't tell if his eyes are open sometimes.
It's time to eat.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Everything is ready on the plate. But thank you so much, Annie. Seriously. I always feel very spoiled. I'm getting 2 forks. We get to taste the masterpiece. So that's how it looks with no gravy on it. Thanks, Twitch. Twitch added 45. Thanks, Scaramouche, for the 301. Okay, I gotta go to this side because Samuel goes here. He gets noodles, I get potatoes. Katniss, thank you.
She gets potatoes, I get potatoes.
Open up. Mm. Mm-hmm. It's really garlicky and good. This tastes like kind of German. It honestly is like kind of German tasting. I don't know why. It's like the gravy and the meat and all the flavors. Holy, that gravy really turned out. You're full.
No, I don't like meatloaf. I like this.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, I don't like this and I'm not gonna eat it. I honestly thought he was gonna say that. So yeah, like straight up, Sam is someone who doesn't love meatloaf. And like will often just like not have it if that is the option. So I seriously thought he was gonna say like, I don't like meatloaf and I still don't like this. That is what I was expecting.
I had a backup plan of ordering KFC tonight.
He even had a backup plan to order fried chicken if he didn't like it. Katniss. I'm happy too, also relieved. It's actually perfect. Like, I'm not missing a veg. The cheeses are good. Like, you can see all the feta in there.
Oh, it's really good.
And yeah, grinding our own meat, hey? I also was like kind of scared that the onion soup mix was gonna be strong because I haven't used that ingredient in a long time. But it's so good. The meatloaf is not dry because of the cheese and the spinach on the inside. And the texture is so good. Yeah, now you can like show your aunt to this stream that I made this. A crazy Canadian girl that you know. The gravy is deadly with the noodles. I bet. You guys need to try this. Straight up. Try something new. She also said you can make it with turkey if you don't want to make it with beef. My soul is warmed. I did take my photos, thank you. Oh, yes, yeah, the original weekend when I was gonna do it. But then Sambo stayed late. I took the photo, don't worry.
It's all my fault.
Bye, Greek. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back 11 a.m. Pacific. We're cooking up more stuff. It is time to raid out. Okay. We got this guy. I am shocked. I'm shocked that we got a clean plate club out of this one. And also very happy. What? No, I don't need to do that here. What did we feed this one yesterday? So we fed him beans. So imagine the smell in this place today. It was a grave mistake on my part. I know better. Mistakes were literally made. Yeah, thank you, Dust. There's some crazy stuff going on. What? Chaotic Good Mage is making soup dumplings? And then Cat is making a cookie-a-thon? That sounds fun. What else? Poor Kate. Poor me, chat, Kay. Foof. Foofy. Okay, I want to see soup dumplings. I don't know about you guys, but we're gonna go. And yeah, I wish they were on too. I would go raid them. You're right, Bob. Excuse me, belch of approval for the chef. Thank you. Okay, chaotic good mage. Thanks. Okay, we did it. We did it, everyone. Katniss, thank you for all this wonderful food that you requested me to make. Also shared the recipe. I appreciate you. Also your aunt. This was so fun. And it actually turned out so delicious. It's always good to try something new. Get out of your comfort zone, right? It's how we grow as people. It's how we get better. Welcome new things into our life. I'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific. We are cooking one more time before we end the weekend off. And it's going to be a 1-pan roast pork dinner, which I thought we all needed to see. And it's always nice to make a 1-pan roast meal, especially during this time of the year when it's chilly out. Okay, let's go see how these soup dumplings are, because those are one of my favorite things to eat as well. Thank you all so much for spending time with us today. And if you contributed anything monetarily, we appreciate you. And thanks for helping us toward our goals. Okay, I'm gonna hit this button. Love y'all. You know where to find us if you need us. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.